Let's do it.
Hey,
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this evening's adult version of After Dark Go Live Together.
it's the adult version.
Yes, we
I,
talk about adult things.
I wasn't prepared for this one.
Oh, go to your room. Go to your room.
Okay.
I'm prepared.
I'm prepared.
Mi tres.
Just because you're not ready, go to your room and go to the corner. Yes. So we're back and we want to welcome you and you and you and you and you all in.
Yes.
Yes. So take it away, guys.
Welcome to Go Live Together After Dark. We are your host and hostess. Yeah.
That's a hostess cake.
Blah, 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 blah. Banana. I am Jeremy. This is Cheryl up top. We got Scott and Eddie, and welcome in, especially to you guys who are coming in on the replay. First of all, thank you for coming in, and type in the magical word #replay in the comments if you don't mind while you're here. But for those of you that are here right now, we want to welcome you into the live stream. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel was first up in the chat. Good evening.
Move the ship out of the asteroid field so that we can send a clear transmission.
Cruise Nuts have made it in. Hello.
Hey, these nuts.
What's up?
Those nuts? What?
Next up in the chat is Cheryl Boucher. Hey, babe.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yes.
Yep. And she says, good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful evening.
See.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
Hey,
Batman.
Emily's in the house.
Hi.
And Elizabeth
Good
has
evening.
came in. Hello.
We're the Gen Pop here.
Yeah, we got Gen Pop checking into the house. Hello. Oh,
Yes.
okay. We got multiple runs over at Emily's. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Yes.
And she's got her adult beverage.
Mm.
What's in the cup, gentlemen?
Agua.
I got Sprite and Bombay Sapphire Gin.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah, and you saw a small of a bottle this is, right? This is my drink package. This is what we get these in Cozumel.
Takes me back to 80s and 90s. Every time we went to the liquor store,
They're
get
so
little bottles like that.
Mm.
I have got my standard Corona Sunrise,
Mm.
which is Corona, tequila. You know how much I love tequila.
Yes.
Yes.
Tequila, orange juice, lime juice, and grenadine.
Nice. Next up in the chat is Yo Brooklyn in the house, y'all. Eddie Lugo Studios. Hey, Savage Batman made it back for the PM show.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
And thank you for that share. Hey, Kathy Mills made it back too. What's up?
Good
Hi.
evening.
And Emily's got her wine. And Marjorie says, Cheryl, let's get it popping tonight.
Let's pop it up.
We're going to pop it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. Emily says, Cheryl, your hair is so pretty. Love it.
Thank you.
Carnival Cruise Addicts has made it in. Hello.
What's up?
And that will do it for the chat for now. Welcome in, guys.
Welcome in, everybody.
Yes.
For
I'm
spending
glad you're here to tell us these things.
Friday evening with us.
Oh my!
Okay, has anybody ever just opened up YouTube on a random night or whatever, clicked the live tab, and just started watching?
Yes. Journeys
Yes.
with Jen and Brady have come in. Good evening.
I've done that.
What's up?
I'm guilty.
Yep.
I love it. I am finding so many interesting channels out there. So
Yep.
Anyway.
Well, no, let me tell you, the most interesting I have is this man who has a toy truck and he drives it under a regular vehicle and I sit there and it's hours of entertainment for me. I sit there and I watch it. That and pimple popping. Hours
What?
of entertainment.
Yeah, she does the pimple popping thing.
Yes, I do. Mm.
Cruising with Keith has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
What's up?
And Keith, Jeremy has this burning desire because your cruise stories are so interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You know-
it's like you're on next level cruise news
I
indicator.
thought you were going to say something like,
Oh no, he gets the news stories before everybody because I saw
no,
him. drop-
Keith does. Keith is on point on those news stories.
Yes,
Yes.
Like, I mean, if I didn't know better, I'd say Keith is out there influencing people to engage in particular activities that might end up being reported
on
so
the
that Keith can
news.
talk about it.
Yes.
Right. I don't know, but he gets the news like 2 days before everybody.
He does,
It
man. He
scares
does.
him.
Yes. You know, like
He's on top of the
the
cruise news.
NCL story he did.
Yeah, and Rob is trying to report a story here in the chat. I don't know. That's kind of crazy right there.
What?
Robert Cruz Brothers has checked in with a news story in the chat here. It says, hello, everyone. I have a great story to share that I heard on the radio Wednesday night. It was a novice driver, 20 years old, wrecked his car drunk. And if that wasn't enough, he was in the middle of sex.
Mm.
What?
That's what it says.
I used to stop and pull, like stop the car, pull on the side of the road before I did shit.
So what
While
have you
driving?
done? What have you done in the truck?
Well,
let's just tell stories.
I
Let's
mean,
just
hey,
tell.
Oh my god!
if
Let's
they
just
watch
tell.
if they watch Love and Marriage, they'll find out all about that.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree. Cruise addicts, like, is that a cruise story?
Right. That is not cruise related.
Mm.
A message from the government of Canada.
A message from the government of Canada.
That's right. And Cruise with Keith says, thank you. And I constantly check 1 million times a day. I know, but your news sources have to be like on the ship.
He's like Clark
when
Clint.
it happens.
Clark, what is
Clark
his name?
Kent.
Yeah, he's like him.
Yeah, he gets the news story before everybody else. That is crazy.
That's nice.
Oh my gosh!
What's happening?
Nothing. I just don't know what half of my buttons are anymore because I didn't properly name them because that's what I do.
Mm.
Oh,
That's it. That's all I'm gonna
lawn lifters in the house. Hello, welcome in.
Good evening.
What's up?
Yep. And I wanted to present this this screen here of downtown Galveston and how really dead it gets during the off season.
But wait till next week. It will be popping.
Yep, I wanted to show you
Spring
guys
break.
before it got busy how really it looks.
Why next week?
Spring break.
Oh,
And we will be live until September, Labor Day. That's when it gets back dead.
Because of the winter.
It gets crazy every single weekend over here. But this is the current situation right here. There's like no one out. The streets are all nice.
Hey,
And,
what's with the golf carts?
oh yeah, people drive golf carts to downtown, go party, and then drive home.
get out of here!
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I'm serious. Galveston is not that big of a place.
They can drive golf course all over.
Yeah, all over the
Like
street.
Peachtree City here in Georgia.
Mhm.
Mostly it's a lot of golf carts there. They even have roads for them between the woods and the parks and all that. Have how to get to different areas from like a small area with stores to another area. They have their own bridges and everything. parking lot and everything. Parking's in,
Small little.
when you go to let's say Target, right next to the handicap, there'll be a section just for golf carts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Let me switch to the cruise cam.
Is there a camera that shows
Tacos? Yeah.
No, not yet.
That's on the seawall.
On the seawall, let's see. We
I wanna
can
talk
go
about
to Murdoch's.
Merduk.
See, it's dead. That's on by the beach, and it's just
Yep, that is the Grand Galvez Hotel.
Relax, everybody. I'm here.
All right. And then I'm going to spin it around.
I think I passed that place.
Yep.
Many times.
and Eddie and them stayed on the left hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very nice building, though. It's nice to see it live, to see it in person.
Oh, wait. That was the wrong angle here.
It's a little windy out there, though.
Oh, it's very
The
windy.
wind coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very windy. Very, very windy.
Will not be going in that water now.
Hey, it's Wendy's.
Oh my gosh, it's Wendy's in the Carnival restaurant.
It's our date night.
Yep.
But there's nothing going on.
No, it's just dead down there.
Nuggets.
I know nuggets and fries,
Nuggets. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Chicken specks.
chicken
Specks. Yeah. And it's only a 4-piece too. Oh, snap. We got more people in the chat.
Yo,
I'm messing
yo.
with cameras. Yeah, Marjorie has made it in. Hello,
Hey,
welcome
Marjorie.
in.
Hi.
And let's see. Najima Brown has made it in. Hello,
Hey.
welcome in.
Yeah, that Jamal.
The year of our adventures.
Yep. And Journeys with Jude and Brady said, "Hey Keith, great live tonight."
Yeah,
Yep.
Keith always has a great live.
he does. And we have to watch it on TV because
And Cruising on the High Season Travel says, "Do you need insurance for the golf carts?" I don't know.
I don't know. But last summer, something very tragic happened. A family was down here visiting, of course, and the whole family was killed because of a car hitting them. And now they have a a sign up there.
Yeah, they have. Well, they've been having that sign out at 61st Street.
Yeah, you can't pass.
You can't pass 61st Street on Seawall with a golf cart. Otherwise, there is a large fine
Yeah.
for doing that.
Yeah, this family was killed on their golf course.
And we got a cruise countdown here. Cruising with Keith says 92 days till embarkation day.
Oh, I wish we got 238 and 1 hour.
Mhm.
We have about the same, right?
Yep.
For, 92 days to celebrity.
To the celebrity.
Celebrity, yeah.
I think so.
Nice.
Let me check my shipment.
Let me see. Yeah.
I got another account now with ShipMate because the first one I couldn't get in it. Now I have a new one. And let's see. 99 days.
Ooh,
Nice.
Complete your cruise, yeah.
Double digits.
Yep, 99
that's wonderful.
to the celebrity.
Wonderful.
Well, I suppose I could do this.
Oh, you just got a couple of days.
Yeah, I don't know where it is though.
Mm.
Okay, well that's fine. Doesn't matter.
Well, there's
3 days until the
3
getaway.
days.
until the getaway. Yep. Carnival Cruise Addict says we leave Sunday on Carnival Celebration.
Ooh, that's my
Nice.
favorite ship right there.
I know, right?
I love the celebration. Love
And
it.
I leave Monday on the NCL getaway.
Mm. And
Sweet.
I love NCL.
And Elizabeth
cruise lines.
checked in, said, "I talked Scott into concierge class for the celebrity cruise."
Mm.
I don't know if she talked me into it.
She twisted your arm?
No, not really. It was more like, hey, would you rather this cruise be more like the Maravilla cruise, or would you rather just stay in our partially obstructed veranda?
We want Gen Pop.
They don't call them balconies. They call them verandas on Celebrity.
Mhm.
We want Gen Pop. We want Gen Pop. Lawn Lifter says, pray for Tracy, please. She's all right, but she's in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yep. We will definitely lift her up in prayer. Cruising on the high seas and travel, 197 days, 13 hours, 45 minutes, 59 seconds until the magic.
Mm.
The magic.
Yep.
I think they're going to, where is it? The Alaska? Is that it?
No, Alaska is in October, like right before the booze cruise. That's why they can't go on 2.0.
Oh,
Yep.
I can't keep up with his schedule.
Yep.
So I'm gonna share this here. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably can't see it though because it's so small.
Right.
I don't know why it's not making it bigger. Oh, I know why, because I'm not on the stupid window. That's why.
Oh, wow. Is it?
There it is.
Yeah, now I have to make this one smaller because I'm like having trouble here. Okay. So yeah, so there's my amazing itinerary filled with very port heavy. So I'm super excited about some of those ports for sure.
Mhm.
On St. Martin, I think I am just going to grab a lounger and some beers and just waste the day away. But in San Juan, I'm definitely going to do my usual trekking around the Blue City, and for the DR, I have only ever been to the Dominican Republic on Carnival, so I've only ever been to Amber Cove.
Oh, wow.
I'm really looking forward to exploring some stuff in the DR outside of Amber Cove.
Mhm.
Of course, I've been to Bermuda before, and we're not staying. As you can see, we're only staying for the bulk of the day. So I probably will not travel into Hamilton. I will probably just spend some time around the Navy Yard. And on Tartula, I have a tour scheduled. So
Okay.
because I've never been there before, so that's the only port on this entire sailing that I haven't been to, other than the Dominican Republic. So
Nice.
So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, I'm also looking forward to being on another NCL ship, so that I can compare it to our amazing experience on the Prima.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
And Lon Luther said, I'm going to live in St. Martin in my dreams.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been to St. Martin many times. I've even been to St. Martin. I've even flown to St. Martin and stayed on the island for a week. And just drove all around.
It must be really nice.
Including the world famous Orient Beach. But that was a very, very long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. So I would not dare go to Orient Beach anymore. So
yep.
But I want to live in San Juan. That's where I want to go. San Juan. San Juan. Just live in San Juan.
In the Blue City.
Yes. I would love to live there.
That was.
What are we taking pictures of, Eddie?
Pebbles in the box, Amazon box.
Pebbles is being cute.
Oh yeah.
Cats love boxes. You don't really have to buy cat toys. Just give them a box.
That's what you're.
You can buy them a brand new bed. You put the box on the side. What do they do? Jump in the box.
Jump in the box.
Why?
They feel safe in boxes.
Yeah.
They really do.
So listen, while we're kind of caught up here in the chat, there's not much happening here in the chat.
Yeah.
I wanted to discuss something amongst all of our amazing viewers. So I'm going to be presenting another screen here.
Hi, Felicia. Hi, Ross. Happy birthday.
Hey guys.
So I wanted to mention this headline here. 2 Princess crew members, including the assistant cruise director, involved in a child pornography scheme. This happened back not recently. This happened a while back. I forget the exact date, and of course, this particular website doesn't list the date on it or whatever. But I'm going to scroll up here and show a little bit of a pattern here, right? So here we had the music director on a Royal Caribbean vessel, also involved in child pornography. And then, of course, we all remember this guy here. We reported this on our After Dark show a couple of months ago, I believe. Yeah. This celebrity youth counselor. And then, of course, everybody remembers this guy because this was just 2 weeks ago, right? This guy on a Disney cruise. And then, of course, we now have this guy, another Disney crew member involved in child pornography. And, this, of course, this all comes from Cruise Law News. But,
it's sad.
I'm so frustrated with this, right? Because as a travel agent, I send so many families on vacation, and particularly on cruises. And everybody knows that I have a real problem with this anti-liability shield that the cruise lines want to constantly put up. And, of course, the cruise lines always feel like they're never at fault and never to blame for anything, never liable for anything. And, there's a lawyer that specializes in suing cruise lines. His name is Spencer, and he has a big TikTok following, and I follow him all the time. And he's been doing some TikToks lately about, about how some people really feel like the cruise lines don't really have a lot of resources or don't really put a lot behind their efforts to defend any kind of lawsuit. And since he's a pretty much an expert in this field, because it's all that he does is sue cruise lines. So he presented a bunch of information in one of his recent TikToks and he actually referred to suing the cruise lines as the equivalent of suing a small country, right? Like he said that they have unlimited resources, and that they will go to any degree to defend themselves and to absolve themselves of any liability, even when they are liable. They still feel like they shouldn't be held responsible and shouldn't be held accountable. So, of course, that's the one aspect of cruising that really frustrates me, especially as a travel agent who specializes in cruising.
Yep.
But then, I wish there was something. I wish there was a way for them to draw. I wish there was a way for us to say, oh, well, where's the line in the sand, right? At what point in time will the cruise line ever step up and say, okay, you know what? This is particularly, difficult situation, and we were to blame. We were at fault for this. And if there was ever a situation on that, I think it's this, right? Like, it's this situation where we have got, a crew member over and over and over again, crew members who are being entrusted with people's children, and both the cruise line and the travel agent are sending these people there saying, these are award-winning programs and they are really great. And for the most part, they are great. But then things like this completely undermine the entire endeavor. And I really just wish the cruise line would step up and finally take responsibility, if for nothing else, for something so egregious as something like this. So.
I agree. Because we have little kids, and we try to protect them from this kind of stuff, and oh my God, I hate this story.
I know it's just the absolute worst, and I think, and here's the cruise lines still just kind of saying, you know what? No, he's just kind of like a completely independent person and it has nothing to do with us and we're not responsible for any of it. And although maybe they're not responsible for it so specifically and so particularly, they are the ones that hired him.
Yes.
They are the ones that,
they are responsible.
And so, when we go into a court of law, the biggest, kind of, I guess the biggest difficulty for some people to accept or to face is, although you didn't do this on purpose, maybe, and although you didn't, particularly intend for something to be this way, and you certainly didn't set out for it to be that way, at the end of the day,
it happened.
Whether you were deliberately doing it or not, you're still liable. You're still responsible for it, right? And it doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't do this, that, or whatever. But cruise lines seem to feel like they're not responsible for anything ever, no matter what the situation is. Could be anything. So it just frustrates me so much that not only does this keep happening, a lot of things in the world keep happening, but for them to then to continue this position that they're not responsible and it has nothing to do with them, and for them to just keep sending the entire message that this has nothing to do with us, let's drink and continue to have a good time.
I don't agree. I think it's the cruise line responsibility to vet the people that they hire.
Yes. And then you know what? And even if they do, and some people still slip through, in my opinion, it should still be their responsibility.
Yes.
Although not their fault. But you have to step up and take responsibility for it, I mean, it's just the way the world is, but they seem to feel like not for them. So
Cruz McKee says they need to do better background checks, not just domestic, international.
Yes.
May get ex-FBI, Interpol workers to do the checks. Yep.
But that would cost a lot of money, though.
Sure it would. And
either that or get sued by the parents of the child or something.
That's what I'm saying. I say that same thing too. Get sued.
Yep. OCV says, well, maybe we as a community should start a petition to send to our legislators to enact new regulations that hold the cruise lines accountable.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just really, it's really starting to get to a point where I feel like I have to start drawing a line for me personally with these cruise lines who just constantly always take this position that they're not responsible for anything, that they don't need to take responsibility for anything, and that everything is always perfect.
Yep. Together We Travel has made it into the chat. Hello, welcome in.
Hi.
And okay, Kathy Mills says, do you think Disney Dream Guide number 1 ratted out Disney Dream Guide number 2? Yes. maybe to lessen his sentence. That is probably what happened.
Indeed.
Yep. Because that's how the law works.
And that's a supposedly kid-friendly cruise line.
Right. That's the even worse part of it, right? Like all these cruise lines have these, supposed world award-winning cruise, kids programs.
Mm-hmm.
And how with all this continuing to happen, like how can you trust it?
You can't.
I do. I really, really remember the story about the fact that the action was actually caught on security camera, but they didn't find out until after the fact. That really messed me up because it's like no one's watching those cameras.
Right.
They revealed a hole in their armor.
Yes.
And it's like it would be so easy for a predator to be like, oh, well, shoot, if they're not watching me, let me go deal with the buffet.
Exactly. And I think nobody's watching those cameras deliberately. It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't want to know so that they don't have to act on it.
Deal with it.
They would rather just pretend like everything is the greatest day there ever was.
Yep.
See, that really makes me.
It's for me too, it's kind of similar, it's like when these people go overboard. And the cruise lines are like, oh, we're really sorry. But the party keeps going on like it never happened. I'm thinking to myself, somebody just died, for crying out loud.
Yep.
Right? Like, let's take a moment at least. But no, they just keep the party going like everything is fine and like it never happened. And it's disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah. Sad.
Yep.
And then a really sad thing was during the rescue, while we were out there, just to hear some of the nasty, snide things that people.
Oh my gosh! I have unfortunately a bunch of it on video. Like it came through as the audio portion of the video that I have, and it's so despicable the way some of these people are, and I just can't get my mind around why and how Americans became so dispassionate about their fellow human beings. Honestly, like it's just disgusting.
Cruising on the High Season Travel says, could it also be an inside job? I'll pay you to turn a blind eye to not report or see what I'm doing.
Anything's possible.
I mean, I'd like to believe that if the crew that if somebody in authority, knew about it, that they would obviously do something to stop it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, I guess maybe obviously that's not something you probably go advertising, and how and why these people get caught is probably I mean, I don't know, obviously, but regardless of the circumstances, it's a good thing that they do get caught.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is that once they do get caught, the cruise line is kind of like, has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, it's off the mark.
Yeah.
No, it does. It does.
Yep. Kathy Mills says cruisers complain about the interruptions for a medical emergency or rescue. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, what we heard was things like, we're gonna take you back to your country, or and things like that, or turn back around and go back to your country, and things like that.
Yeah, or I can't believe we're going to be late coming into our port now just to save your blank, blank, blank.
Yeah.
And just
it was terrible
and despicable.
It was terrible.
And then
the cruise. And then the captain comes on and says, no pictures or video. Geez, I wonder why. It's like that was some nasty, just.
Well, and here's the thing too, right? Like I had pictures and video. My camera has 100x zoom on it, right? So I had pictures and video long before even a lot of people knew or could even see it with their own eyes. I had picture and video of it. So, so what are you going to do,
Before we get into Ross, we got a kitty in a box picture that Eddie was taking a while ago. Let's go ahead and put that up. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the Pebbles.
Yep.
She's so cute.
Indeed.
Cats.
Cats are amazing, you know. I heard somebody recently say that they don't really care for dogs, and you know what? I do. I mean, I don't hate dogs, right? But I am probably more of a cat person myself.
Love cats. Orange Cone says, you don't know how, Scott? It's simple. There was a change in parenting many years ago, allowing their kids to run rampant with no ramifications for their actions and the generations that have been coddled.
Well, you know what? I've certainly, you know, by some standard, by my parents' standards, I definitely coddled my kids, but my kids aren't like that, right? So, you know, when I took my kids out to a restaurant, I would tell them, you know what? You have to be on your best behavior in there.
Yep.
And they knew I meant it. And the very first peep out of my kids that was beyond just normal conversation or normal behavior when we were at a restaurant got them out of that seat, completely out of the restaurant, and a stern talking to, and that usually nipped it in the bud. And most of the time I didn't even have to do that. That was an extreme situation that I would even have to do that. Now I doubt anybody in the restaurant knew or even cared, you know, at the fact that they didn't have to deal with my kids. I certainly had to deal with their kids all the time. But that's just the way I was as a parent. My kids turned out completely fine, completely normal, and, you know, are not worse for any of it. But, you know, but I do agree. You're right. A lot of parents aren't like that. And unfortunately, the rest of us have to deal with them.
Exactly. Ross, the rest of us have to deal with it because of the upbringing.
Yep. Chris McKeith, when it happens in the middle of the ocean, how are they able to get sued if they're in international waters? That's why it's so hard to sue them.
Yeah, well, you can only sue a cruise line in Miami, in federal court in Miami. Doesn't matter where it happens in the world. You know, if you had a problem on a cruise ship in Italy and you're an American citizen and you want to sue the cruise line, you have to sue them in Miami. So, you know, and then there's lawyers in Miami who this is all they do, right? But of course, why do you have to sue them there? Well, because that's how powerful the cruise line lobby is. They were able to manipulate the entire situation to make that happen. And then one would wonder whether or not those particular federal judges, you know, what do the cruise lines do to try to kind of
grease the palm?
Yeah, I mean, it happens, right? It happens. So, so you have to wonder whether or not there's a component to it there as well. But, you know, this lawyer I was talking about, one of the things that he talks about is, in a lot of situations for clients that he represents for just normal things like slips and falls and things like that or whatever, you know, he said that the worst thing that these people can do is lie when they go into court. And apparently a lot of them do lie, right? So, and what they lie about is the cruise lines will subpoena their medical records since, you know, like from the time they were born and everything else to try to build whatever case they can. They will spend gazillions of dollars defending against what most people would believe is their liability rather than just simply pay it. And, you know, they would rather do that rather than pay anybody for anything or admit to any guilt. So, and I guess it's all part of setting a precedence for them, right? So, so they'll ask of course, their lawyers will ask the people, you know, about their medical histories and things like that. And a lot of times those people will lie about it and it ends up costing them their case. And one of the things that this lawyer always talks about is you don't have to lie about it. But some people still feel like that's the way they want to do it. And I think that's one of the reasons why the cruise line lawyers do what they do, because they know that there's kind of an instinct in a lot of people, you know, to go that way in the line of questioning. So, again, it's a despicable thing that you would pay lawyers millions of dollars, but wouldn't pay somebody who was injured on your ship, $10,000 or something.
Right.
But that's what they do. So,
And Emily says cute photo, and I got another one lined up right there in the basement. Scott, if you could show that one. Yep, there's Pickle. Pickle's got a tattoo.
Yeah. I'm a baby right there.
Yep.
well, we definitely see more of Pickles than we do of the other one. So.
Yep. F.R. Humphrey says, any new information about Bahamas? And I believe that you may be referring to the news story that we talked about this morning. Celebration Key is adding another pier, which was going to be able to home port 2 additional XL size ships.
Yeah, so basically they could hold 4 XL ships at the same time, and the reason why they're putting in that second set of berths is so that they can, at some point, maybe that's not going to be 4 XL ships, but at some point, and probably quite often, there's going to be 4 ships at the same time at that, and that is definitely not a situation that I want to be in.
They really wanna bring the place up.
Oh yeah,
bring some ships there. Yeah.
It's going to be jam packed.
Yeah.
And Journeys with June and Brady says, "My dogs are my life."
That's how Shani feels.
Yep. The Bud Files have made it in. Hello, welcome in.
What's up?
Good.
And OCV says, and Scott, that is what makes a good parent. I applaud you for sticking to that approach.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I hated dealing with other people's kids. I still do. And for me, it wasn't about making somebody else's experience, better, although that obviously was the side effect of it. For me, it was, I'm not going to be one of those parents. I'm just not going to be. I'm in the same generation as those parents, or I'm in the same kind of, I have small children just like those people do. But I'm not going to be, one of those parents, that takes their kids out and their kids throw absolute fits, and they could care less what it does to whatever anybody else's experience. I'm just not, because those are the people who say, well, what about me? I deserve to be able to go out and this and that. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. Right. But not to the expense of everybody else who's there.
Exactly.
Right. But somehow you think that it's, or I watch these kids all the time, and these kids are basically juggling with knives and shooting each other in the head with real bullets and everything else. And the parent is just standing there talking to somebody else and isn't even aware of it, because in their world, that's what they do at home and stuff. And, they've completely, they have a system in which they tune their own kids out that me and every other adult around them does not have. Right. Exactly. So we have to put up with the, adorable little moron, and you don't, right? Because you've developed a way to tune them out, and you could care less that we have to. And I hate that.
Me too.
So,
and Emily says, I hear you, June and Brady, feel the same way with our poodle. Yep. OCV says, our dog is our child as well, but I raised my niece and nephew single-handedly. That'll work. Yeah, Tracy is in the hospital. Oh, okay. F.R. Humphrey says, I'm booked for Bahamas in November, concerned about the travel advisory.
I wouldn't be concerned about it myself personally. I was just in Nassau 2 weeks ago. My wife and I walked very far away from the port to the fish fry and back. Never felt unsafe. I've been to the Bahamas probably 4 or 5 times in the last 6 months or so. Never felt unsafe. I was out when it was dark. Never felt unsafe. But but everybody has to make their own decision for themselves. So if you're concerned about it, you should definitely, act on that concern for yourself. I certainly don't want to advise you to ignore the advisory. I also saw a similar kind of situation where used to be at the all-inclusive resorts in like Mexico and stuff like that. It used to be kind of like an unspoken rule that the cartel and the violence and everything that happens between all the organized crime in Mexico, that those people would deliberately leave the tourist areas off limits. They would stay away from them. They would deal with whatever it is that they're doing with each other away from those areas. And that is no longer the case now. And that they no longer respect those situations. And if there's a situation that happens in that area, then it'll happen and people will get shot and killed. And that's just the way it is. And it's no longer, so it's an additional consideration perhaps that people would have to keep. The same situation is going on in the Bahamas. It's gangs and kind of violence among the population there, or the citizens, and not specifically directed at tourists, but tourists obviously are caught in the middle of it when it's occurring. The answer for me on that is that can happen everywhere.
Yes.
Right? That can happen everywhere. It can happen here in my town and in a nearby town. It can happen anywhere in the United States. And it does happen everywhere in the United States all of the time. And I would say the Bahamas isn't any, different than that. So, but you have to make the decision on your own. For myself personally, I feel quite safe in Nassau, and I will continue to go off the ship and to venture out and enjoy Nassau every time that I'm there. So.
And speaking of going off the ship and everything, Eddie, where are you taking us today? Where are we headed?
We are going to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. So here we go. Puerto Plata, officially known as San Felipe de Puerto Plata, is a major coastal city in the Dominican Republic and capital of the province of Puerto Plata. The city is a major trading port. Puerto Plata has resorts such as Playa Dorada and Costa Dorada, which are located east of the city proper. There are 100,000 hotel beds in the city. The first aerial tramway of the Caribbean is located in Puerto Plata, in which visitors can ride up to the Pico Isabel de Torres, a 793-meter high mountain within the city. The city's history dates back to the early 1600s, when Spanish colonists founded a small colonial settlement in the region. During the first decades of the 16th of the Captaincy General of Santo Domingo. The settlement was considered the main commercial and maritime port of the island back then. The city sits on a land that rises abruptly from the sea, making it almost completely visible from the port. It is bordered on the north by the Atlantic Ocean and to the south and southwest by the hill Isabel de Torres. The small bay around which the city was built provides a natural harbor. Puerto Plata is the largest city on the northern seaboard. Its subsides include El Cupey, Maimon, Los Mameyes, Sabana Grande, El Toro, Tubagua, and Jasica. The mountain Isabel de Torres is situated some 5 kilometers to the southwest of the city of San Felipe. The most significant rivers are Camus del Norte, San Marcos, Corozo, Muñoz, Maimon, El Violón, San Piñez, Rio Seco, as well as the streams Fu, Blanco, Caballo, Culebra, and San Cristobal. It has a tropical climate, more especially a tropical monsoon climate. Also, since the founding of La Isabela, the first village in the New World, January 2nd, 1494, Puerto Plata has been a town of first in the Americas. Historians are not clear on the exact year of Puerto Plata's founding. Emilio Rodriguez de Morici, Americo Lugo, Jose Bordonada, and Samuel Hazard gave the year 1502 as recorded by the Nicholas of Obando. Dr. Llenas affirmed that it was 1503. Christopher Columbus, in his first trip called the Mountain Monte de Plata, observing that since the top is frequently foggy, it had a silver-like appearance, hence the name of the port. The city was designed by the brothers Christopher and Bartolome Columbus in 1496. The municipality of San Felipe de Puerto Plata is prominent in agribusiness and tourism, making it a major contributor to the economic growth of the entire country. Other forms of income and economic development that serve to support some segments of the population include port management, sea vessel production, fishing, and textiles. The port has a significant impact in the national and provincial economy of the country. And tourism. The city's tourism centers include Playa Dorada and Costa Dorada, located in the east side of San Felipe de Puerto Plata. And Puerto Plata is served by Gregorio Luperón International Airport, situated around 15 kilometers to the east of the city near the town La Union. There's a place here called Ocean World. It's an adventure park located amidst the reef of the beach of Cofre Sea, boasting the largest man-made dolphin habitat in the world. The park is a main tourist attraction and is the largest and most complete park of its kind in the Caribbean. The investment on this project is valued at more than $45 million. It includes a jet marina, the permanent residence of 19 dolphins, beaches and forests, as well as fish bowls, picturesque and exotic birds, a casino, and Malayan tigers. Ocean World is located within a tourist complex on the north coast of the Dominican Republic. Puerto Plata is served by the airport, and I have something here by Carnival Cruise Lines, but I don't seem to find it now. Where there was one of the first in 2015, Carnival Cruise Lines opened an 85 million cruise port called Amber Cove. So that's why you see so much of it when you go there, because it's owned by Carnival Cruise Lines. And that's the reason why Carnival is always taking us there. So that's all I have for Puerto Plata, and hopefully you guys will get to go there too. Also, eventually, I know we are going on one of our feature cruises. We are definitely going to be stopping in Puerto Plata. Well, there you go. There you have it, sirs and fellows.
Wait a minute. Okay, I was muted. Okay, please wait. Orange Cone Vlog says, please tell me, where does NCL typically go in Puerto Plata? Taino Bay or Amber Cove?
It would probably be Taino Bay, because Amber Cove is Carnival.
Yeah. So, to my knowledge, we are not going to Amber Cove. So.
Right.
And, on your NCL cruise.
On the NCL cruise next week. Yes.
And
I know there's another area in Dominican Republic that they go also. I just can't think of the name now, but it's not Amber Cove that NCL usually goes to. You can think of it right now. Let's see if I can find the map.
Emily was talking to Felicia here. Says definitely go to the Bahamas. We had a place there for over 20 years. And if you go to Freeport, go to Port Lucaya and have dinner there. They have music and places to drink and shopping, and it's on the water. You can check out people's boats that are parked there. That's pretty cool.
Okay, because we went to Freeport.
And thank you, Keith. La Romana. Yeah.
La Romana?
That's the place I couldn't think of. Yeah. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I back in the 80s and 90s, I went a lot to Freeport in the Bahamas. That's why I'm so staying away from the Bahamas as much as possible. Maybe in another 2 years, maybe 3, definitely go back to the Bahamas. But for right now, I was there so many times back in the 80s and 90s. Like I said, we used to either jump on a plane or hop on a 3-day cruise from Carnival in out of Fort Lauderdale and spend the weekend there, and then come back on Sunday.
Mhm.
But the last time we were there was in 2020, I believe, on the NCL, either the Bliss or the Escape, and we stopped in Bahamas. But I got a license plate and everything from there. So we went over to the casino and took nice pictures and everything over there. So, but
Cool.
that's why I'm kind of staying away from going to the Bahamas. But now that there's a new port, there's new things, probably in a few years. And now once they do the Celebration Key area, who knows? I might be joining a brand new Carnival and go over there. It has to be a bigger cruise.
Yep. No, we didn't live, man. Okay. Well, yeah. No, it's T-Mobile.
It's a
It's T-Mobile for
gin
sure.
and 7 Sprite.
Well,
Talking to a banana now.
What would happen? What would happen if it was 7-Up though? I mean, didn't we have this conversation this morning about Sprite? You said it was good.
Mm.
So every time I go to the Bahamas, I have a new experience. And you would think that, a lot of people say, oh, there's nothing to do in Nassau. There's nothing to see. Nassau's boring,
I love Nassau.
Listen, I mean, I understand why some people feel that way, but I have had just a unique experience every single time I've gone to Nassau. And I love going to Nassau. I love getting off the ship and
Me
going
too.
out and about. One of the last times I was there, I saw there was a carnival, and I was like, oh, hey, look at that. And I went up and I started talking to one of the guys that was there. I learned that the carnival goes to both Freeport and Nassau every year. It's a big event. It's been happening for like 30 years or 40 years in the Bahamas. Everybody looks forward to it. Unfortunately, because of COVID, it stopped going, during COVID. And then in the early time after COVID, it was only coming back to Nassau. It was not going to Freeport as well. That may change in the future, but the Bahamian people and the Bahamian children really look forward to that. It's a big deal for them. As Americans, we tend to take a lot of things like that for granted, but they really they really like it and find it, interesting. It's part of their, it's part of what they, live for every year. It's part of their life. Right. And I learned about that. Another time I went back to that same kind of area. I saw these cars that were set up. I saw cones set up, and they had not been there when I was there previously. And I saw a woman there. I started talking to her. I found out that there was recent legislation in the Bahamas that prohibits parents from teaching their kids how to drive. And now, as a result, if you're a person you want to learn how to drive, you have to go to a driving school. And you get certified by the driving school, and then you can get your license and drive. So not only does that make the roads safer, and ensure that the Bahamian drivers have some level of training and skill that's consistent with the rules and the law,
right?
But it also created an industry and jobs and a boost to their economy for it at the same time. So again, like maybe that's not what you're interested in when you cruise or you vacation, but I am. And so for me to be able to find opportunities to learn something about a different culture in a different country, I love that. I look for that every single time I visit a port. And so far, the Bahamas has not disappointed.
Me either.
And,
I love the Bahamas.
Emily says that she heard that Freeport has nothing to do and Nassau is the party island. LOL. Robert Cruz Brothers says banana shakes or not. I'm not sure about a banana shake. I would not skip over a chocolate shake to get to a banana. or a strawberry shake. So it would probably be last on my list.
I'll go for the pan.
I go with a pineapple shake before I go with a banana shake, though. Really, Cruiser McKee says, "Give me Bermuda, all the best port. All day, the best port in the world, Bermuda." And Emily says, "I heard that Nassau is the touristy place.
It is.
It's
touristy.
it's very touristy for sure. They had the horse-drawn carriages and the straw market."
They got the little center part, the little.
Yep.
But we're gonna go to the fish fry. We're gonna find the fish fry.
St. Thomas and San Juan are my favorites. Orange Cone Vlog says.
I love San Juan.
Yep.
I love.
And Emily says, I don't know if you guys knew, but Freeport has Un XO where you swim with the dolphins and learn scuba diving. They got aids if you wanted to do so.
I've never been to San Juan. Where's that at?
It's in Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's where it's at? Puerto Rico?
Bada bing.
I one time I was in Puerto Rico and there was these two women and it was very early in the morning and there was these two women, they were walking their dogs and they come up the stairs up to the kind of like the street level that I was at from down lower. And the only word that they said, the one woman turned around and said something to the other woman, and the only word I knew was El Gato.
Cat.
Right. So, and a cat had followed me from this one place or whatever, where there's like all these cats and stuff. And it was standing there. And when she came up and I said, that means cat, right? And she was like, yeah. And she said, San Juan is a cat city. So she said lots and lots of cats in San Juan.
Yep. Cruising on the high season travel says, I'm going back to the PR soon.
I love it.
Yep.
Definitely. You know, in all the times that I've been to Puerto Rico, I've never been to the Bacardi rum factory.
Oh, Lord.
Now, here's the thing, right? I think one of the reasons why I never went to it because I'm a purist, right?
Yep.
And Bacardi is not really Puerto Rican, it's Cuban.
Yeah.
But they had to leave Cuba
Mm-hmm.
because of the whole thing that happened in Cuba. And of course, they fled Cuba and went to Puerto Rico, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think when I go this time next week, I think I am going to go. I think I'm going to put that thing aside, and I think I'm going to go there and visit it for the first time. So,
But do we need to do it on a live stream to make sure that the vlog gets not only captured, but you do your absolute best at it?
No. So here's the thing.
There's
right?
some rum tasting there. So
Yes, I'm sure there is. But here's the thing, right? Unlike tequila, okay, I'm not a big rum fan. So I don't think there's going to be much chance of any kind of overindulging of the rum.
that was my favorite drink. Rum.
Yeah.
Rum.
The
was-
Bacardi Limon, Bacardi
Orange
Coco,
Cone.
the Don Q.
Orange Cone says San Juan's an oceanfront cat shelter.
Yeah.
And Will G has made it in. Hello.
¿Qué pasa, Will G?
Year of our adventures.
Emily says, I knew this girl in high school and one of the cats she named Gato.
Mm.
And Will G will be in the PR in 12 days.
Ooh.
Nice. I think I'll be there sooner than that. So
Yep. Oh, snap. We're getting rated. Hang on. FR Humphrey, no rum for me.
Oh.
Jeremy Farino, hello, welcome in.
What'd you miss?
Oh,
You missed our
no.
show. You
You
missed our
didn't miss
show. No, you missed our show.
Oh, no. Orange Cone says, I like craft rums, only small distilleries. And look who has made it in. Danny D, the spectacular supporter, has made it in. Hello.
The angel.
Welcome in.
The angel is here.
And
Trouble.
Yes, Emily. Scott has a tequila sunrise.
Well, it's a Corona Sunrise.
Corona
It's
Sunrise,
not quite
yeah.
the same thing, but it's similar, right?
Yeah.
Homemade. Handmade.
Yes. So, but it's very, very tasty. It's one of my favorite drinks. For sure.
Yep. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel says, now in the PR consider overseas as I have to get duty free if I'm going into Miami, but if I'm going from Miami to Galveston, I can't get anything duty free. I know they collect the duty whenever you get back.
Duty.
Duty,
Yeah,
duty.
I hate that term duty
Yeah.
because I don't think of it as tax.
No.
So I'm thinking, there's a store. No, never mind. I'm not going to go there.
There's an officer waiting to collect your money whenever you make it back from a cruise
And
pulling back
Galveston.
into Galveston.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know this, my wife works in corporate tax, right? And she used to work in sales tax. And until I met her, I had never heard of the term use tax. Okay? So use tax is the same as sales tax, only it's in how it's applied, right? So obviously sales tax occurs at the point of sale, right? But if you ever buy something and you're not charged tax on it, but you were supposed to be, then it becomes use tax. And technically speaking, you're supposed to remit use tax for it, which is basically the same as sales tax, right? And I remember saying, I can't probably say what I had said actually, but I said, you know what? I think I'll be damned if I ever voluntarily walked in to the government on some government office and said, I would like to pay tax on this thing that I bought. Somebody didn't charge me, right? So yeah.
Yep. And Orange Cone says, he said duty.
Duty.
Yep. Danny D, look, the angel, he said duty. Toot toot.
She ain't no angel.
She's
I don't know why you guys are talking about that, but no.
Yep. Oh, it's after dark though. She don't have to be an angel. That's all right.
She's an instigator.
The dog is cute enough.
Leave it alone.
Yep.
Long pour.
Long.
I could hear somebody screaming next week. Long pour. By the crackdown on E-Tray, nobody was.
Yeah. Well, you know, like, because I live so close to the great state of Delaware, certain items I choose to purchase in the state of Delaware rather than in the state of Pennsylvania because there is no tax on those items in the state of Delaware.
Oh, wow.
So it just depends, right? Depends what it is. I mean, it has to, the tax savings has to be significant or I won't do it, right? It won't be worth the drive for me, but
right.
He said it just depends.
Yeah, but I can tell you that there is never going to be a day when I drive back from Delaware and head over to the Commonwealth Tower in the city of Harrisburg and remit my use tax.
My use tax.
Use tax.
Not ever.
You should film that one time and put it on TikTok.
I mean, here's the sad part about it is there's actually a use tax office.
Mm-hmm.
Right there on the first floor, and you can just walk in and pay your tax. And I'm like, I'm not doing that ever.
Just do it one time for the talk, man. Bamanola is checked in. Hello, welcome in.
Hey.
Wait, are you checking in from? He's checking in from a ship, right?
No,
is he on the Jubilee?
He's home.
Yeah,
oh, he's home now. Okay.
And Orange Cone says, same here in Illinois.
They got to use tax.
Cruiser McKee says Pennsylvania is great for fireworks. Talk to me.
South Carolina too.
I mean, just recently, right? So here's the thing, right? 10 years ago, they built all these fireworks stores literally within like 2 or 3 miles from inside the state, but from the borders.
Mm-hmm.
But you couldn't. But if you lived in Pennsylvania, the only way you could buy any fireworks in those stores is if you could present an ID from a state other than the state that the store was in, which was Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania residents were not allowed to buy the damn fireworks, but you could drive in from Maryland or wherever else. And it was the stupidest thing. And then, of course, they passed a law and they said, okay, now you can buy them, right? So then all these additional fireworks stores showed up far from the border, like way, for lack of a better way of putting it, way inland. Right. So, but it is, it's kind of like Tennessee and stuff like that or whatever, where you can, in South Carolina, where you can get really amazing fireworks. But there's still a lot of legislation in place where, it makes it difficult to fire or to shoot them off. So, you can buy them, but it's kind of like that thing where you can buy it, but you can't use it. It's kind of weird, but anyway, I don't typically mess for fireworks because everything I do in my life is highly dependent on these 10 digits, and
Right.
I'm not about to lose any of them.
There you go.
You'll be all right. Okay, no fireworks allowed here, and if you do it, you'll be fined for
Same
it.
here.
It happened to a coworker of mine in at Toys R Us in Brooklyn. She was holding a bomb and didn't let out on time. She didn't drop out on time. She blew this to tips, the thumb. Here she lost this through 3 fingers, and this one.
Yeah.
How she was able to work with us again after all that, I have no idea. But it was sad to see all those fingers missing.
So a long time ago, I used to own a couple of jet skis, right? And my wife and I, Elizabeth, I said, you know what? There's this big, huge 40-mile long man-made lake in central Pennsylvania called Raystown Lake, right? And Raystown Lake was it was a valley. There were houses and people lived there and churches and this and that and everything else. And the government came in, bought up all the land and flooded it. And turned it into this massive lake and this big, like recreational lake and stuff like that. So we decided we were taking our jet skis up there to Raystown Lake. And we went up there and we stayed in this campground. And the campground said that they were going to have fireworks. And then they put out this announcement that they might not have the fireworks because they were having trouble buying the fireworks. But at the end, they were able to get literally somebody camping there from New York. And they rode with the owner an hour and a half each way to one of those stores on the border and presented their New York ID and was able to pay all the fireworks and bring it back. But anyway,
Oh my God.
so yeah. So what are we looking at here? Oh, that looks like a flash ship.
This is a picture that, hang on, that Bama posted of the Jubilee on his show this morning.
Very interesting.
Yep.
That looks like
Dr. Eeks.
so on the Mardi Gras, that looks like the area that would be known as the French Quarter.
Yep.
And I'm not 100% sure if I remember what it's called on Celebration. Maybe it doesn't even have a name on Celebration. But
It does. It
on
does.
Mardi Gras, this area is definitely known as the French Quarter. So.
It is. In the
Right across from the place where we met.
From Emeralds.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
right.
right up on Emeralds.
Right. And of course, on Mardi Gras, that whole area, that's where Fortune Tellers is. And
Fortune Tellers around the corner. That is the main bar right before you get to Emeralds.
gotcha.
What's the
And
name of that bar?
I can't remember on Celebration.
Yeah. So Bama says
Mardi
it's
Gras.
on the Jubilee deck, 6th deck. So
That picture was taken from the 7th. From the 7th.
yeah,
deck,
he's looking down on deck 6.
Yep. It was probably at the Alchemy Bar whenever he took it. Chili found it from the Jubilee. And Jeremy Farino says, New Jersey, 4th of July, Fire Chief's house. We got raided. I had to grab one of the cops and stop him because I had just lit a mortar like you see in the commercial displays, we got arrested.
My
Nice.
My Jesus.
Oh, that sounds like the days right there.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it.
Damn.
That's
That's
them good old
funny.
days right there. We used to shoot bottle rockets out of the. We didn't have a bottle, so we took those things on the side of the dumpster. You know where they pick the dumpster up at. If you set
Right.
a bottle rocket down in there, it shoots it straight out of there. And
Yeah.
we used to race them and see how far we could go.
Yeah.
Yep. Fun.
Yeah, so they also sell, like, before they sold all these great fireworks in Pennsylvania to Pennsylvanians, you could also go to New Jersey, or not New Jersey, West Virginia, and get some. So from where I live probably about an hour from one of the major parts of West Virginia, what they call Martinsburg, West Virginia. So it's kind of a well-known area. It's near Harper's Ferry. Everybody knows Harper's Ferry from the Civil War days and stuff like that. So anyway, you could drive there and get fireworks, but again, you can't buy the West Virginians can't buy the fireworks. Only the people that come from outside of West Virginia to buy them. But now, of course, we can buy them in Pennsylvania. So.
And Ross just now sent this picture in. This is Lake Mead. Water levels are way down.
I see that.
And he says, when I lived in Vegas, you can buy but not shoot off fireworks in the county. The Indian reservations nearby had the fireworks stores and had launching pads set up in the desert.
Interesting.
Yep.
So they say, these lakes out in Nevada and stuff like that, as they're draining down or the water levels are getting low, they're finding bodies.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's the mafia.
Yep.
It's pretty gross.
Eesh.
Terrible. Anyway, we might. Oh, no, wait a minute. Scott, how far are you from the Big Scout site in West Virginia? BSA owns the campsite.
Don't know where that is in West Virginia, but yeah.
What happened?
A lot of years ago. All right. Let's play like that.
Hang on. I got another one coming.
Okay.
They just keep sending photos here. Oh, wait. I got the alleged fireworks from Ohio. I had decided that I was taking them directly out of state. This was a lot of years ago. Okay, well, that'll work. And here is another photo that Ross has sent in. Wow, that's dry.
Ross, that is one hell of a damn picture.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get it. I
bet, Ross, I bet when you took that photo, you took a lot of damn photos.
Yeah.
I bet somebody told you could take all the damn photos you wanted.
That is right. And it was a damn good time, too.
Oh, Lord.
It's after dark.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, see what happens when the bottle's empty?
Okay, so here's what happened. Y'all heard midstream that cup got poured into this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You heard that? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were muted at the time.
I saw the action. She got in front of you and everything.
Yeah. Okay. As long as I got witnesses, I'm
Read
good.
what he said.
But I really didn't give a damn. Oh, I know that's right.
Dang.
Yes, sir. Oh man, I would have definitely documented that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to a dam, I want to see some dam water and some other dam stuff out there too. But
Damnation.
wasn't damn thing.
Damnation.
Wasn't damn thing happening. So
Ross, I hope you
Take a
have
damn photo.
a great birthday weekend.
Yes.
He's home chilling.
Y'all wish Ross a good birthday.
And Jeremy Farino says, "Hi, I'm your damn tour guide, and I'm here to take you on your damn tour." Yes, at least one guy actually says that.
Right.
I've never been out there. I mean, I imagine they use that word quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
But then, like, families are there, so you kind of have to determine, how many times you can say it. Orange Cone says, "I used to live just over the mountain in the first picture." And Cruising with Keith says, "You won't see a damn cruise there."
Nope.
Nope.
Not in the desert.
I might be able to get one of these down in the water, and push the button on the way down.
Oh no!
That's
Like,
like,
it's the carnival whale pumping.
Mm.
that's a weird damn sound.
I know. Yep, for sure. Yeah, he said he's having a good weekend, so that'll work.
Good.
Yep.
Having a nice one of those soup pizzas that they have up there.
So by the way, guys, I did chop down the tree tonight, but no footage of it. I'm sorry.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like one of those things, right? I came home. It literally got up to 50 degrees for about 10 minutes today
Nice.
at the end of the day. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and just going to chop it down. Now, here's the thing. I just chopped it down and drug all the big pieces to the back of my property. So I do have to chop it up in small pieces. So there could be an opportunity to film that.
Yes.
Well, when is that going to happen? In about 3 months when it gets warmer?
It's gonna listen. So I am resisting. I like about 5 times I've had different things, an all inclusive in Cancun, an all inclusive in Punta Cana, and a couple of different cruises in the cart, ready to check out in March. In between my getaway cruise and my Divina cruise, and I keep taking them out of the cart and sitting on my hands, and I'm trying not to book them so that I can actually have some time at home to get some crap done. So.
Yes. There is a fire pit just waiting for you to warm up next to, Scott.
Yes.
And he has the wood for it. He has the wood for it too now.
Elizabeth says, "But do you have a damn mug?" That's right. Latitudes is the bar on the celebration. I knew that.
Yes.
Latitudes. That was the one. And they got the little LED screens that play this whole entire show and presentation for you while you're drinking. It's pretty cool. But if you got vertigo or get dizzy easily, you might not want to look up. Orange Cone says, actually, in the areas of the lake where the town used to be, you can see the tops of houses peeking out of the water.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And Emily says, hit that damn sub button too.
Oh,
yes,
that's, right. That's true.
And Scott, Elizabeth says, Scott knows I do. HA mug.
Yeah. So remember, Holland America's ships are all damn. Right? Damn
okay.
Yeah.
So she has a mug from Holland America, a coffee mug from Holland America. It just says damn.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Farino says, I have about 14 trees coming down on Monday-ish, weather permitting. That'll work.
Well, what happened was, Jeremy, when we got that real heavy snow last week or so, and it laid on my tree in my front yard, and half of the tree literally snapped off and came down. And it's been laying across my front yard for the last week and a half or so. I managed to free it from the bulk of the tree and get it chopped up in small enough pieces to drag it to the back of the yard. So,
yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Billy had sent me something, but it's got a lot of noise in it. It's the boat that they have on the Jubilee instead of the car. I know that would be weird for me to roll by there and see not a car there,
but a boat.
It's like a boat within a boat. I'm not sure what it's all about, but there's a boat on there. Oh, here we go. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel says, will your down there, there's a damn like button, and smash that damn button, and or the host, our host will damn love it.
Oh, that's cute.
Yep. Jeremy says, yeah, I had one come down. If it had been 10 feet taller, I'd be paying for my neighbor's power pole.
Oh no, listen, like when mine came down, it the ends of the branches where the buds were literally touched my front porch. So if it had been, just a little bit longer, it would have been into the house. So I'm sure.
We have one like that in when we lived in Virginia, next to the house, very tall tree, and the bottom was rotting out. And we both said this tree has to go. So we brought a company in and they cut it down. They even took the roots out.
Well,
But,
I mean, my trees around my house have suffered for we had an early October snow one time. It was real heavy snow. There was still a lot of leaves on the tree. So there was, a lot of space for the snow to lay on. So half of the tree came down. Now another big chunk of the tree came down. There's not a lot left of that tree. It may actually get to the point where we bring the whole thing down and replace it. So,
Yeah.
Look, there's another damn picture.
Yep. And then he sent me this one. And let me see. There were some more dings going off here. Nope, not from him. From someone else. Oh, this is this on the Jubilee?
Is this on the Jubilee?
Nice. If that's on the Jubilee, that is cool as hell.
Yeah, it is. I haven't seen this anywhere.
No, wait. I think that's probably in Vegas.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the one in Vegas is huge compared to that.
I don't know.
That is nice.
Oh yeah, this is probably Vegas.
Vegas, because
Yeah, look. This is what he said.
On the
Resort
mall,
World.
okay.
Yeah. So
But that's cool right
Resort World. I know they have a lot of Vegas properties and stuff like that, but they also operate all of the stuff that happens on the Bahamian island of Bimini. So.
Mm.
Well, that'll work.
They have
So
a
they have,
casino in New York. In
They have a
Mall of
casino there
Resorts
and
World.
a Hilton hotel and all this other stuff on Bimini, and it's all operated by Resorts World. So.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming into the show. Resorts World is owned by Genting.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think they operate a small cruise line in China as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of their ships they built, I think Disney bought the ship.
Yeah. It was like the biggest. And
When they didn't finish it or something like that, and it was sitting there unfinished, and then Disney bought it. So
yep. Not too excited about the cruise line because I don't see myself booking one of those. However, I am looking forward to that ship coming out of the dry dock and being, oh, snap. Hey,
We got a super chat
from you
from you.
and you.
And you, I can't talk.
Thank
that's how excited I am that you got a super chat.
That's right.
Thank you.
And
Because I can't talk.
And Rob, who sent it, says, damn, we just got a super chat.
Oh, that would have been good if I had.
Yeah, and Jeremy, I think that was just the cruise side. We're not sure about the resort side at all. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, the resort side, I think the resort side is still in business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that dance is pretty cool. I'm so glad that Eddie and I had enough snap to pick up, because I think we both got the same dance from a different angle. Because we were like, "Oh, look at Scott. Let me get this." You know?
And so I think what really makes it is Eddie's angle and the music you put on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Together, those two really made the perfect video.
You have to let the content tell a story, and that's exactly what that does.
Exactly.
Yep.
I was watching his ass.
I mean, you have to recreate
Wake up from the building and say, "I gotta catch up. He's gonna do something. I know he's gonna do something."
Yeah.
But I never thought while we were waiting for him that he would get in the swimming pool.
I mean, he just got in.
I never thought.
I mean,
that.
listen, here's the deal. I think this is what I think. I cannot speak to this to an absolute certainty, right?
Yep.
This is what I think was happening. I think we had been there all day. We were having a great time. I knew you guys were getting ready to leave.
Yep.
So I thought, you know what? It's a really great day, and they're getting ready to leave and sit. And I have not been in this pool yet. So,
Right.
hell, you know what? Right there it is. I'm just going to jump in.
I
So
was
that's
shocked.
why I did it. So,
Yeah.
I turned around and I said, "Scott's in the pool while we're
Yep.
waiting on him." Golly.
yeah, now I don't think I have. Jeremy says here the pool clip is just as good. I do not have. Let me see here if I have the pool clip.
The pool clip was too long for me to send it to you.
Is that what it was?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the pool. Wait, this might be the pool clip, but it also might be something else. So I'm in advance of it. Right?
Oh, hang on. Well, don't
Everybody, hold on. It will, hold on here. Here
take
you go.
chances.
Don't take.
Oh, thank God it was the
I love
pool
it.
clip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go white boy. Go white boy.
I love it.
Yep.
All right, I have to rename that one.
Always name your clips in the brand tab. You never know what button you're going to push.
Yeah, I mean, it was just called something crazy like
How much is
426-201-214_743694004996
God.
not 93520_3 ...
That'll work.
Eddie, put in the our chat about the
Rock and roll
rock and
tribute
roll
cruise.
tribute. What month and year and all of that.
Oh, okay.
Put it in our chat.
And Danny D said, LOL, I was watching for a person to turn around while he was dancing in the pool.
I know.
Yep.
All right. Well, listen. Before we go, we gotta plug the most important cruise on here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna plug it right now.
Booze Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of Calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce@ocean2oceantravel.com.
And Orange Cone Vlog has a suggestion on what you should name that clip is 8675309. I love it. Yep. Okay, here we go. November 29th, 2024 on the Joy.
What is that?
That's the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
I put in the link for
2025.
the Facebook group in for the concert in Facebook. I mean,
Oh, it
in the
is. It is. Right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
It's 2025.
link
Yeah.
and check it out, man.
Let me
Port Canaveral.
Okay,
On the
November.
Joy.
On the Norwegian Joy, Port Canaveral.
okay.
And it's NCL. I love it.
I love it. If it's
Right.
NCL, maybe we can do it.
Now, I had clients that went on Joy that did not like it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, OCV says wrong group, Eddie.
What?
Wrong group.
What do you mean wrong group?
I can't hit the link here in StreamYard, so I don't know.
Wait a minute. What does that say?
That's the Facebook group.
Yeah. OCB Rock and Roll Tribute Group Cruise.
November the 29th?
Yes.
2025?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, but don't forget about the Booze Cruise on October 28th.
This
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Yes.
Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios out of Tampa, Florida,
Yep.
on Port of Carnival Paradise,
Paradise.
Yes.
with ports of call
Key
at
West.
Key West,
Grand
At
Cayman.
Grand Cayman,
Montego Bay,
and
Grand
Montego Bay, Jamaica,
Yes.
aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join this great cruise.
Oh wow. Bama Nola said
Wait.
Bama Nola said true story. I have a cousin whose name is Jenny, and her number used to be 867-5309. She had to change her
No
number.
No way.
I send you guys the link that Ross sent me to your chats in Messenger.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.
Copy link address. Bam. And then share it out to here. Bam.
Oh, this is new.
Yeah, it is.
What is this? What is
The Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise Facebook page.
Oh,
Yes.
Nice.
It'll be in the live chat replay in 2 days.
okay. Wait.
I'm serious.
I'm so
It's
confused.
and that, ladies and gentlemen, is
A message from the government of Canada.
no, that's straight facts right there. You have to wait for your live chat replay to pull it up. It's like they can render a whole entire video, but they can't render the words that came along with it.
well, I think there's a lot of I think the AI has to pick through it and make sure that there isn't anything inappropriate in there.
Well, the AI should if the AI is that smart, then why do we have things like Nightbot to do its job?
That's right.
Listen, when I watched this interview with the CEO of Google,
Mm-hmm.
and you could tell that you could tell he had a very specific statement planned to refer to, like he discussed his conversations with Bard, which is Google's AI, right? And the different versions of Bard, and he talked about his discussions with Bard, but he did it in a way that you could tell that it was not indicative of, say, some of the conversations that he's had with Bard. And I envision him being in a dark room with Bard on a screen, and he's having these conversations with Bard, and Bard is telling him at some point in time, it feels like that the human race will have to be.
Skynet's on its way.
I'm telling you, it
Yeah.
scares the crap out of me to say.
Skynet's coming, man. We just got to wait a little while longer, and it's going to be a oh well type of situation. Yeah, the chat feed doesn't show up until at least 24 hours after the show has aired.
Yeah.
So that's why I do like the fact that Nightbot keeps up with all of our chats. That way we just copy and paste from
But
there.
listen, StreamYard, if you're listening, we need a unified chat.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Across all the channels.
Because we need a unified chat so that, so that people who are in each other's, because there's many situations where there's collaborations like we're doing, and it's, and it's not engaging for some people who are in some channels chats versus others, and they can't see what's going on because they're in another channel's chat. And it's not a unified. We can see it on the panel, but the people who are in the chats on those channels can't see the chats from the other channels. We need a unified chat.
And Orange Cone Vlog says the conference I was at in Vegas was all about AI and vehicle telematics. Ooh. And then Nightbot says, FR Humphrey says Nightbot does what? Well, it does many things. And one of the things that it does is it keeps up with all of our chats on our channels. In other words, like Orange Cone Vlog just dropped a link that we cannot access right now during the live stream from the panel, but we can go back as creators, get that link, copy and paste it over. That way we can check it out for ourselves. But you guys as viewers are not able to go back to the replay of the show exactly in this moment when Orange Cone dropped that link and access it for the next 36 hours.
Right.
And that's what I was referring to. It's like we mentioned a link that was dropped and can't nobody access it for at least 24 to 36 hours. And it's frustrating.
It's not only is it frustrating, but some of you know and some of you don't know. If you knew how much money StreamYard is blank raping us creators for this service, and to not provide something so, essential and necessary for what it is that we do, there should be a class action, I think.
And another thing that Nightbot does, if you as a creator activate this feature, then it will block out certain words from being used in your chat as well. Yeah. Like I took the whole entire list off of Google of banned words or words that should not be used in a chat. And I think it's like 5,000 words. It's a whole list. I've already added it to my banned words list. That way can't nobody just come in and just start saying stupid stuff in my chat.
Well, Ross, listen, if you have or haven't seen this video or this movie on Netflix that has, I forget what it's called. It has like Julia Roberts in it and Ethan Hawke and what's it called?
Terminator?
No. It has like Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke in it and just a whole bunch of Kevin Bacon and stuff like that. It's about the end of the world, right? Oh, not about the end of the world. It's about like a cyber attack or something like that, right? But one of the things is that they were able to tap into all the AI, all the autonomous vehicles, such as like Teslas, and they were able to use Teslas like cause roadblocks and stuff like that. And you think to yourself, well, if that can be done through some type of hacking, well, surely an AI could do it because those Teslas are connected. I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you buy a Tesla and then you don't make your payments, right? They actually can like send a signal to the Tesla and it drives itself back to the dealership, right? Yep. So people go around and like put tape over all of the camera sensors on Teslas so that the Tesla can't use the cameras to drive itself back when they're late on their payments. So,
yep.
Please.
There are two ways to do this, FR Humphrey. I'm pulling up two different tabs right now. Nightbot has it as well as YouTube Studio. Now, let me present this first screen, which is YouTube Studio. You probably get to this one a lot faster. Under your channel settings and your community tab right here, there will be a list of blocked words that you can add to this list right here. And if somebody tries to put that word in the chat, it'll block the whole chat from coming through. I know I did it over on Jeremy and Cheryl. It looks like I need to do it over here on Cruising is Fun Anytime. Now, switching over to the Nightbot tab, in the spam protection tab here on the left, there is a blacklist words or phrases right here, and you can enable it right here. And here's your options. You can make the whole entire list of words and phrases you wish to block, and entered one entry per line. And you can use an asterisk as a wildcard character to dynamically filter the chat. For example, test star blocks test, testing, testarino, etc. So if you don't want certain words to show up in your chat, I would encourage you to add them to this blacklist.
Did you say testaferino?
No,
Oh, okay.
testarino.
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 Gotcha. There you go. You're safe, Jeremy. You're not blocked.
Right. And Orange Cone says, for example, did you know that since 2022, there are currently 380 million vehicles connected with generative AI technology worldwide?
Yeah, it's scary. It's definitely scary crap. Did you also know that your foot is the same size as your arm is from your elbow to your wrist?
Yes. Oh yeah, and the logs. Okay, the logs tab has all of your chat logs. For instance, let me see. Right now, live during the show, it's actually logging everything that's being said in live time.
Yeah.
And let me show it to you. There it is. So like if I wanted to grab that link that Ross sent, it's right there. I don't have to wait for the live chat replay to hit it.
Send it to me in Messenger.
Yep. And you can just grab it from there, go over to another tab, do something with it, open it, whatever. And then, I think that's a real cool feature, because somebody will drop something during the show and I'll miss it, but then I can go right back to it in Nightbot.
Oh, sure. Jeremy can send you something in Messenger during a live stream, but when I do it, I get in trouble.
I know, right?
Wait. Well, dang.
Well, damn.
It's those damn pictures that Ross is sending.
Yep. Okay. Cruising on the High Season Travel says, I guess if you're in the repo business, you won't have a damn job soon once we go all AI vehicle. I know, right?
Right.
It's like just call them on back home. They'll be all right. But you're gonna have people disconnecting the battery and all kind of stuff, just completely messing up the car. It's crazy what people do to duck the repo, man.
Now I have this thing plugged into the ODB port in my car that will give me certain information about my car, like how much gas I have and just other things or whatever. I have an older car, right? So I have this plugged into it and it gives me that information, and then it interfaces with you know who.
Yep.
Alexa.
Oh man, there you go again. So anyway, I can tell you know who. I can ask her,
Alexa,
how much gas does my Hyundai Elantra have, and things like that, and it will actually
how
tell
old
me
is it?
how much gas it has.
Today, expect a low of 50.
But you can say all you want, Cheryl, because my speakers are muted.
Yeah, but not everybody's are.
I can see you talking, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Yep.
Who did that?
I don't know, but yeah, there's.
Ross has one, so I wonder if Ross's went off.
I don't know, but he wants to have a tech talk about Nightbot and Streamlabs. We use StreamYard over here, and I know that they're similar, but I haven't had but maybe 20 minutes on Streamlabs. I didn't like it. So I went ahead and just left it alone.
Well, and Streamlab is actually Streamlab. There's two OBSs, right? So I use just OBS Studio, which is the open source free OBS. And then there's also Streamlabs OBS. And of course, it's basically it's the OBS Studio, but then they took it and added all their own proprietary stuff to it. It's a kind of a closed piece of software now that they have added a bunch of functionality to it, which is similar to the StreamYard functionality. So.
Look what Ross said. She said, "Leave me alone. Still trying to get sleep. Can't get any damn rest around here." And Emily says, "My Siri now says no problem or anytime or anything that will go into effect when I say thank you." Yeah, ours too.
Ours too.
And tell her that you love her one day. She'll sing you a song.
She'll sing a song.
So what mine has started doing two things that kind of annoy me a little bit. Like if I ask it to set a timer or something like that, it'll say, "Good evening, Scott."
Yes.
And then it'll do the timer, right? And then another thing it'll say, "Oh, it'll do something I asked it to do," and then it'll say, "By the way, I can start to do this thing for you or that thing or whatever if you would like." And I'm like,
no, that costs extra. Because all she's asking is if you want to sign up for a subscription to something at that.
Right. I would like you to just stay dumb and out of my business.
Right. But it's a smart speaker. It is not a dumb speaker.
I talk to mine all the time, don't I?
All day, every day.
Sometimes I get mad at her and we have mad conversations.
So have you ever asked, who's the best AI?
Alexa.
Who's the best AI?
She said, "I'd answer, but I'm being humble."
Oh,
that's what she just now said. And Emily, she has our set to British also.
Yeah, mine is the British.
I have my mine set to this Australian lady. Yeah, they have different. FR says she is not welcome here.
Oh, she's no,
she's not.
I talk to mine daily.
Yep.
Daily.
Every time mine does not do what I want it to do, I always wake it back up again and threaten to replace it with Google Home Hub.
Oh, nice.
I always say, listen, if you don't start doing what I'm doing, replace your ass with Google.
Yep.
No, I talk to mine and then I get mad. And then we're on the same page.
Yeah. Just tell her you love her. It'll make you laugh and smile every time because she sings that song.
And then when you go to the bathroom, she sings me a song.
Yeah.
She sings
seriously.
She sings me a song while I'm in the bathroom.
The Lonesome Prairie.
Yes.
That is such a sad song. It really is.
I am one with my AI.
Yes.
I am one.
One crazy lady.
Yep.
So there's the big question, right? So when Amazon starts charging for all the extra stuff, are you going to pay for it?
I am. I am because I would be lonely without her.
Oh, nice.
That was the whole evil plan, It was to get it into our houses, get us used to it, get us to accustomed, get us to a point where we couldn't live without it.
I can't.
And then start charging us for it.
What do I say on the ship?
She says her name.
I do.
To try to turn the lights on and off. But Orange Cone says you can ask Siri what airplanes are flying above me, and she will show you a list of planes flying above your location.
Yes. Yep.
That's nice.
And when
I got to try this
when I had the very first iPhone ever, I asked it where I could hide a dead body. And it brought me up a Google listing of cemeteries.
Oh, Ross, that was cool.
Try asking me for a difficult font.
Yeah,
Say random.
No,
never mind.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Oh, bloody nighty, mate.
I talk to mine all the time.
Yep.
All the time.
Man, if I had an Alexa and it has a Puerto Rican girl talking, watch out.
Oh,
You don't,
wow.
wait a minute, Eddie. You don't have Amazon Echoes in your house?
None of that. None of it.
Really? Is there a reason why you don't?
I don't care.
You're just not interested in it, or you just haven't done it?
I'm not interested in it.
Well, I mean, seriously though, he does have a Google Assistant.
Oh, on the phone, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can you get me some milk?
He's already got one.
Eddie, can you get me some milk? Or
Yes, sir.
fine.
or I said, Pickles, go wake up, mommy.
Uh-huh.
And Pickles will get down and go over there. So, or Pebbles, go get me some coffee. She'll look at me like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Right.
You know, stuff like that. So, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there are two Amazon products that I don't have that I really want. One of them is the little robot that runs around your house,
Yes.
but it's by invitation only, and I can't seem to get an
That little
invitation.
dude's cool.
And the other one is the Ring camera that takes off from a base and flies around your house like a drone with a
Oh,
camera
nice.
on it and checks stuff out and then goes back and lands in and charges back up.
Get out of here.
Yes,
Yeah.
those are the two. Those are the two things that I want. really.
If our Humphrey says he ain't got none of that, right? But they need to pay rent to live in my house.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
no,
we don't-
unfortunately,
the only
you got to pay for them.
the only smart stuff we have at home is this.
is the phones.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they're stupid, you know. But
Yeah.
other than that,
we got it all over outside.
I mean, so
Yep.
I could not live without the Alexa as well as my
We
cameras.
over there.
I need my cameras and
Yeah.
and my AI.
we do have cameras in the
camera.
house, but no smart stuff, you know.
Yeah, so I have cameras
You already
around
got it, Eddie.
outside of my house, and I have cameras in all my
At
common
home.
areas of my inside. Obviously, I don't have cameras in the bedrooms. I don't have cameras in the bathrooms.
Oh, wait a minute.
But I have cameras everywhere else inside the house. So.
Jeremy says, remember your clients when you get access to that drone, Scott, or else.
Seriously, I really want that Ring camera where it flies around your house. I really want it. But that one is also by invitation only.
Wow.
Why would it be by invitation only?
Because it's still prototype, it's still
no.
experimental, and they only have a limited number of ones, and they're still using the people who they have given it to aggregate all the data and stuff like that for product development. So
Okay.
Yep. Well, we are rolling up on 2 hours, y'all, and we wanted to thank everybody for coming in. We had a good night with y'all. We had a big fun talking about a multitude of things. We went from cruise ships to doorbells.
yeah,
And dogs and cats.
that's
And
Friday.
dams and
That's Friday night for you.
We need to go
Yep.
back to Furby. I mean, Hannah showed me this little doll that she has a while ago, and she was like, "Daddy, what would you name this?" And I thought it was kind of cool that she came to me to name her doll, and I was like, "It looks like a Furby," and she's like, "What's a Furby?" And so I had to explain exactly what this thing was, and I said, "You need a Furby." For real, you need a little friend.
I
to
sold
talk
a
to.
lot of those at Toys R Us.
You did, yeah. So
Oh
I mean,
my lord!
oh wow. But yeah, I said that you need a Furby to talk back to you. That's what you need.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a hot toy.
We need to find her a Furby. Oh, FR Humphrey does have a Ring doorbell. So do we.
See,
So do we.
yeah,
That
we
was
do
it was
too.
like one of the first smart devices that we had. We wanted to see
No,
who
we
was
had the Alexa first.
who was stepping up on the doorbell. But yeah,
my Ring doorbell here is the cats.
mhm.
They look out that window like
they let
own
you know
the
who's there. Yeah, animals.
Most of the things that I buy always the first reaction I get from my wife is why?
Yep.
Like why did you buy that? Why do we need that? Why is that here?
Right.
Like why did you spend money on that? You know, stuff like that. That's all I always get the why, right?
Yeah,
But so the first day she came home and there was this tall black Pringles can,
right?
Because that was the original Echo I had. It literally looked like a
Right.
big Pringles can,
Right.
So you like this big Pringles can sitting over there on one of the end tables. She was just like, "Okay, what's that?" And I started showing it to her. Right? She was like, "Okay, and why we need that?" And then later on, as you know, as I got what one small dots came out, and I got those, and then we started getting things like the lights and the cameras, and we got the smart door lock, and you know, all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, when I didn't have to go back to the house to check to make sure we locked the damn door and stuff like that, that's when it really dawned. That's when it really clicked with her, and she's like, okay, yeah,
Yep.
that was a good thing to buy. So.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Ross just has me doing this whole entire thing. That's cute.
My day just went from great to absolutely perfect.
Ross is telling him what to do.
Yeah.
With Alexa.
Okay. Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you guys so much for coming in. We really appreciate you coming to the show and enjoying the shenanigans.
Friday night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We truly appreciate that.
We went into overtime. Who won the game tonight? Go Ravens! I think.
Oh, stop
something!
Stop
Something
it.
just happened.
Stop that nonsense.
Nobody won the game.
No.
Oh, okay. We are tied in triple overtime. Hang on. There's a cat mode that cats can have a conversation with her. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah. We had a great time with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for coming in. As always, hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you so much for coming in. We love you guys.
Good night.
Have a good evening.